What is up, y'all? Your boy is back on the grind one more time, and today is the day that you've all have been waiting for, and what have I been waiting for is the beginning of the LSA swap on the 1978 Caprice Classic Aerocoupe, aka flexing on it. No G, flexing. And man, I've been waiting for this for a long time, and I'm super excited to bring this to you guys and to myself. It's been a long time coming. And I'm just excited, y'all. I'm excited for something new. I'm excited for the next stages of this build and to see where it'll take me and ultimately how it's going to perform. I think I'm going to get a lot more better response with boost, a lot more low end, and hopefully some more torque as well, and really good drivability. So I'm really just hoping that the swap will come out really good and clean, and it'll look like it belongs in this car. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning up as well, and not too much as far as like painting and things like that, but just, you know, hiding wires, things like that. I'm not trying to hide every single little wire because I still kind of want it to look kind of like stock, like it would come from the factory, but just a lot cleaner, y'all. That's really what I'm after. So we're just going to begin with like the intake and some of the bracketry and things like that. I'm probably going to leave the power steering and alternator truck bracket in there for now because I'm going to have to take the power steering pulley off, and it's probably going to be a lot more easier for me to take it off while it's in the car versus trying to deal with it on a bench. Other than that, we're going to be building a parts list. So I have my whiteboard up there, it's empty, and we're going to be writing down some parts and everything that I need for this setup. I already have a lot of parts that are on the way, but I just want to make sure I write down everything so I don't forget anything for this swap. Also, I've been doing a lot of research in regards to the R4 pancake style compressor. I went with this compressor style setup just because it was just an easy transition for me, and I was trying to do budget at the time. And the reason I say budget is because I was trying to use this old 90s style truck GM AC R4 compressor bracket setup. I was just trying to save some money. It was really cheap at the junkyard, but it probably ended up costing me more time than anything. So and now since I'm going LSA, all the work that I did to get this to fit will now have to be taken out anyway. So in order to get the blower to go on and for the all the accessories to line up with this AC. So in doing a lot of research, I was going to do an ICT billet bracket setup because I really like ICT billet stuff. However, after doing a lot of research, I have found that their bracket might not be the best one for my particular setup. I was doing some research and I found out that Dirty Dingo is going to have one that's going to work for this. And also, I had already bought it last night actually. And also today I actually found out that I believe that their R4 brackets also are compatible. Let me show you guys. Also are compatible with the Sandin compressors as well too. So that's a plus. If I ever want to upgrade this AC system, I'll have that bracket to do so. I'll have that flexibility in regards to using that bracket. And on top of it all, their bracket has a heavy duty pulley. So if you had ever decided to upgrade the system to boost or anything like that, in my situation LSA, or even with this Pro Charger setup, it would be totally compatible, and also the tensioner will be able to kind of help for slippage and all that because it's a lot more heavy duty or tensioner. So I did not know that either. So that's a major plus as well. I really don't want to talk you guys' ear off. This is it. This is the day. And shoot, I'm just going to start off by taking off some things. I probably won't show every single little thing, but maybe we'll time lapse some things so you can kind of just see me go along and taking off some stuff and trying to clean up some things. And shoot, man, I'm not going to be out here for long, as I do want to enjoy some of my much needed time away from just everything. But I did want to get started on this just so I can start it and then have some motivation to kind of keep going. So anyways, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, y'all. Stay tuned because there's gonna be a lot more in regards to this build. Hit that like button for me, y'all. That helps me out. My channel is growing. However, my views have always been relatively low, y'all. So if you guys can help out with just, you know, sharing these videos, bringing people along with you, word of mouth is the best type of marketing, y'all. And if I can get you guys to share my channel with others and just be more interactive, and again, hit that like button, leave a comment, y'all, that'll definitely help me out. So anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. This is the last time you guys are gonna see this Pro Charger setup in this Caprice, at least for now. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future, but man, I am actually kind of sad that it's coming out, but it's going to a good home, and yeah, time to move on, y'all. All right, y'all stay tuned. So what I'm doing now is just taking off some of the sensors and wiring and things like that, just taking them out, the plugs and all that, and I'm labeling them so I know kind of like where they go back when they're supposed to go back. Also too, I'm doing my fuel system, so I am also labeling those as well, so I know which one is the feed and I know which one is the return. So this is just what I do, just so I kind of know where things go after the fact, and I don't mess something up in the meantime, but I like to do it this way. So alright, y'all, so I think I have everything as far as wiring and hoses and things like that. I think I have all that undone. So all I'm doing now is just taking off the intake bolts. It'd be good to pull this thing off. All right, I think I got everything. Let's see if I get hung up. See if I get hung up on anything. All right, let's shine a light down there and see how clean it is. So this swap I did several years ago, or not several years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. So we'll see. Man, look how clean it is still down there, y'all. Super duper clean. Clean, 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 clean. Yeah. Take it, I'll take it. Get them loose, at least. Probably good. Out of there. All right, y'all. So I pretty much got mostly everything that I wanted done today. I had to leave this part of the Pro Charger bracket on. I forgot that it actually holds the power steering and alternator bracket onto the head. So that way I can take off this pulley when I go. I'll just go to O'Reilly's and get a power steering pulley puller or something like that from there. What I'll probably do too is take off this piping. There's just some bolts on the bottom of the intercooler here and here that'll end up just taking off, but that'll be pretty quick. And I just discovered something that could have potentially been catastrophic and bad, and it's something that's been on my mind, and this should make me do it now. And seeing some things that has happened recently, I keep seeing more and more of this sad stuff happen, cars catching fire and whatnot, and I could have been one of those statistics. So this is the wire that goes in the back of the alternator, and it's man, it's pretty charred. It melted this part of the wire. This is all, if you guys can see, this is all corroded looking black nastiness. And if you can see inside of this right here, see all those little shavings from probably it arcing, and then all right here, all down there on that coil bracket, it's done the same thing. And when I took the alternator off, I noticed that the nut that held these on was loose. I don't know if I didn't tighten it up enough, or when I did the remote start, I don't know. So it's good. This is gonna make me do two things. It's gonna make me put a lock washer on this, and it's going to make me buy a fire extinguisher. It's been something I've been wanting to do. It's been on my mind, and so I should just do it, especially because of this. I mean, if that would have arced and caused a fire, it would have been bad, y'all. So I'm just gonna have to do that. Yep, sometimes it takes a wake-up call in order for you to do something, and luckily it wasn't anything worse, so that's gonna happen for sure. Now, looking over some things now, I took all the wiring out, obviously, to get the intake out, and I just been kind of looking at some things. So I have my PCM hidden over here, and I actually don't mind that it's over there. I think it's a good spot for it. And this wire loom is really long and big. I think what I might do is order some really of the nice mesh loom. That stuff's kind of expensive. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a deal on it somewhere, or just clean up this loom. I don't really know yet, but what I think I might do is, because this doesn't look bad being attached here on that like that, and if I can kind of make it look stock, I mean, from the factory, these wires actually went right there and over on that side there, and all I want to do is just clean it up and make it look nice. I don't necessarily have to hide and tuck every single wire, but what I might do is just tuck them away and make them look as nice as I can. So what I think I might actually do is, there's a hole right here for probably one of these clips that I can put in there. And if I don't have any more of these, I think I do, I'll just go to the junkyard and grab some. But what I might do, if this will work, is kind of tuck this under here and under the brake booster, if it'll fit past the steering column, and just kind of run it under here, and then just have it go along here. And I don't think that would look too bad. So I'm gonna play with some things and just kind of see what I can do, and see if I can make that work. I don't know if this loom is going to be too long or too big to kind of fit into places, but we'll see. I might run into some issues with this linkage. I'm not sure, but we'll see if I can make it happen. Worst case, maybe I can kind of like go over the top here this way and then over. That might work as well. I really don't know yet, but man, it would be nice to kind of get rid of some of that. So we'll see. We didn't get a chance to kind of go over parts needed. or anything like that. So I'll go ahead and make a list kind of off camera, and then I'll show you guys on the next video exactly what the parts are needed that we need for this, and then we'll kind of go from there. I mean, the main thing is just the AC bracket, the fuel pressure regulator, and just some other small odds and ends. I don't think it's going to be much because everything mostly came with that kit. So, and then it'll just be me kind of just cleaning up everything. I actually did get a new inner fender for the driver's side. As you can see, there's a hole right here for the intercooler piping that I had a buddy of mine cut out. And now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually be able to make that work. I'm still going to keep the new inner fender. Shout out to my guy Billy Fargan. If you guys don't follow him, he has a Nova, that a whole turbo build that he's doing on his Nova. So go check him out. He actually lives in the area where I found that, and he went and picked it up for me. So one day we will be meeting, and I will pick that up from him. But my thoughts in regards to this one would be maybe so the blower sits here, and then the throttle body is kind of cocked this way, and then the piping usually runs out this way. So if I could find something that goes whoop, boop, right in that hole, that could be pretty clutch as well. I don't think a filter would fit through it, but maybe I could put something from underneath. And if I have enough room with the tire to kind of get it out the way, that might work, y'all. So we'll see. Lots of possibilities, man. Lots of different ideas. And shoot, we on the way, y'all. All right, y'all. I was going to call it, but then I decided to tackle the spaghetti, the rat's nest of wiring here. And I just kept going and kept going and kept going. But I think I'm getting it kind of where I want it. Now, I know it's looks a little bit nasty right now, but all I'm really doing is just untangling wires and just giving them more length, like all these sensors and things like that, the power to the coil packs and this you know, all these sensors like the alternator wire, the TPS sensor. I'm just extending them out really long, so just in case, so that way it'll give me more slack in order to reroute this long nastiness that we have here. So again, what I would like to do is kind of just run it up along here and just kind of just see if I can kind of tuck it to the side and just have like one nice loom running along the fender well, and then we're good to go there. So I think I got it. The only thing that's kind of holding me up right now is this wire here. If you guys can see how it's kind of like looped around and it wraps around here and then it goes down underneath. It would be better if this part right here wasn't behind this all this mess of wiring. If it would be better if it was over here, so that way I can push this whole loom over to the side and kind of get it where I want it. This right here where it split is how it originally was from the factory. It used to sit on top of that truck intake, and it had some nice little columns where it kind of sat in there, and it split. Well, it split here and then it came together, and then when it came off to the side and kind of just sat on the end of the engine here. So what I'm trying to do is make it just one nice long piece, and then probably end up just putting these together and just still separate them by some tape here, so that way I kind of know where they're going, but just put them together in one nice mesh loom, and then have these extensions just kind of running where they're going. And then when I get the blower and everything on there, then I can start kind of routing wires and hiding them and all that. So I think we're good on that side. There'll be just some cleaning up of wires and where they're going and stuff, looming them all together and making them look nice. But I'm kind of happy where it's at, and I think I'm going to stop here. I did have to cut some grounds. So if you guys didn't know, I've never seen wiring. This whole entire loom has some common ground junctions, basically. So, and this is one of them here. So a lot of these grounds went to a common junction, and what I did is I just kind of labeled them. You know, ground 1, ground 2, ground 3, because I had to cut them in order for me to kind of separate some of these wires. And what I'm going to do is just kind of solder them back together once I kind of get everything where I want it, and then I'll just heat shrink them and be good to go there. So but yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I think that's going to be nice just to kind of hide it over here and then just call it good. So with that being said, now I think I'm going to stop. I'll go ahead and call it, y'all. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do it all, man. If you're new to the channel, definitely think about sticking with me on this build. This is going to be phenomenal. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Deuces.